Savson. She is a Ukrainian member of parliament and is in Kyiv right now. Ina, thank you so much. Good to see you again. How are you doing?
Well, we just literally 3 minutes ago, we got the air raid alert. Yet again, I think the fourth one during the day. So that means they have set yet another missile to hit the city. We do hope that the air defense system will work, but, well, we never know for sure. So it is what it is here in Kyiv right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about, Anna was just talking about Mariupol. The man, his message to his family was, "I'm alive." The mayor there earlier today said that his city was, and I quote here, "in the hands of the occupiers." Has Mariupol officially fallen?
Officially not, but from what we are hearing is that the Russian troops are really close in the city center. They're recording some videos from the city center. Apparently they're even close to the theater where they have killed 300 people a week ago. So it appears that if Mariupol has not fallen as of yet, it is unfortunately very close to that. We could not save it, unfortunately. In order to do that, we would have needed the long-range weapons to destroy Russian artillery. But unfortunately, we didn't have that one. So unfortunately, it was a desperate situation for all of us here. But there was, with the weapons we had, there was no military solution to this issue of saving Mariupol. So even if it hasn't fallen as of yet, it probably will, most likely.
I just want to get some of the video up from Kyiv where you are, because you mentioned when I just came to you moments ago that you had that the sirens were going off. We understand that there was some smoke that was seen earlier, but besides the sirens, have you heard any blasts? Is there anything that you can tell us about besides sirens and the smoke that we saw?
Yeah, we did. I think I just heard another one as of yet. I think we heard, we heard a big blast about hour and a half ago. That was like really loud. We started texting the friends who are still in Kyiv, like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And everybody did hear that. We don't know if that was the Ukrainian air defense system working and preventing from the strikes. But you have to realize that even if the air defense system does function, and it hits the Russian missile, the missile itself is so heavy that when it falls onto the ground, if it falls onto the building, it will still cause lots of damage. And actually many of the buildings that have collapsed, that have been damaged in one way or another, were damaged by the missile, which was hit by the Ukrainian air defense system around Kyiv, but it still kills people, unfortunately. So that is still an ongoing threat.
That debris has to fall somewhere, even if it's... Yeah. Right. Yeah.
The bad news is,
so, Ina,
I'll tell you this, do you hear me? About a couple of hours ago, we just heard from the mayor of the town of Irpin that Ukrainian army has regained control over Irpin, which is, frankly speaking, great news. Probably a single piece of great news we have heard in a matter of a week. We understand that there are still some fightings on the outskirts of Irpin, but it seems like the majority of the city has been actually taken back by the Ukrainians, which is great. Trust me, we were also inspired to learn about that, and we do hope that the Ukrainian army will proceed further into the cities of Bucha and Hostomel, and will regain control over all the cities around Kyiv. But that will take time and effort, of course, and we hope they have enough manpower, but also weapons to do that. But that is just a good piece of news that I want to deliver from Ukraine.
So, Ina, I'm sorry about I know it's frustrating for the viewers at home and for you as well, but we have a delay because of communications, right? They go from me here in Ukraine back to the U.S. and then back to you, and the reverse when it comes to you. So, pardon me for that. Ukraine negotiations are set to resume in person in Istanbul. The President Zelensky has said that peace and the restoration of normal life are the obvious goals of Ukraine. Are you confident that there is a clear path to peace in these talks?
I think right now, as we speak, I actually hear the explosions on the street. And I think that says it all about the perspective for the peace talks to bring in any practical results. You see, I believe you do have to realize that in order for any peace talks to achieve its goal, to achieve the peace resolution, you need to be able to trust the person that you are making a peace deal with. I believe not a single person who... I'm sorry, that's really loud. Можешь выключить это светло? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I will have to turn my lights off. I don't know if you will still be able to see me, but we are having some major
We can
explosions.
hear you, Ina. What's going on? Is that explosions?
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
really
go ahead and turn your
close.
light off. We don't have to see you. We can hear you. If you have to turn the light off, go ahead and do it.
Yep.
And we'll just talk to you.
Okay, sorry.
So what are you hearing? What's going on?
So I just hear some major explosions, and they go like in like.
So talk to us about what happens when you hear the explosions. What's going through your mind? What happens when you experience this?
I just try to realize if they're getting any closer, and if my house can be next. And sometimes when those explosions come, I can actually feel my house trembling, and that is very scary. I had to spend the night because we were having constant sirens during the night, and I was afraid to sleep in my bedroom because it has the window in it. I actually slept in my wardrobe, which sounds ridiculous, but it felt just at least if the windows are blown up by the blast, at least that will not hurt me. That is part of life here in Ukraine right now. So pardon me if I'm sounding pessimistic about the talks taking place in Turkey right now. But as long as I continue hearing those explosions around Kyiv and in many other cities in Ukraine, I just can't trust the person that we are trying to make a deal with. You have to realize that Putin's goal is to destroy Ukraine just because we are setting an example of a democratic state functioning right next to his border. So I think that's just impossible to make a deal with that person. And also the demands that he's putting through, like give up part of your territory. Well, I wonder which part of your territory the United States will give up if Putin started bombarding you. I don't think any single state should be asked to do that. But also, it's important to know that there is another demand. Putin saying that if you claim neutrality, that will be good, and then we can make a deal. But I will remind everyone listening to this that we were officially a neutral state in 2014 when Putin annexed Crimea. So again, this demand of neutrality, like taking it, would just be, at least to say, naive on our side. So given all of that, I'm sorry, but I'm very optimistic about the talks. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Ina, listen, we want you to be safe, so make sure you get to safety, and we're going to continue to check in with you. We'll do it off the air, but we're glad that you're okay in the moment, and we can certainly understand the situation and the trauma and the drama that you're dealing with and so many others right now. So be safe. We'll continue to check in with Ina Savsan, a member of the Ukrainian parliament. Thank you, Ina. Anna?